Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant Chess Wise. Today we are at the next endgame studies explained, which is the 20th position of our endgame study. When we look at this position, at first it looks like an absurd position. We might say that this kind of positions are not possible to have in actual game. Very true. I also felt the same, but I thought that there is one technique which we often use in pawn endgame calculations whenever there is a race of pawn, and it is very helpful. So I thought, let's have a look at this position that way. Black currently is having some problems. The king is trying to get itself stalemated, and the pawn moves which black has are just few. There is one a1 queen and a4 right now. So it looks like black's pawn moves are going to be over, and if this bishop, the g7 pawn protected, then it is going to be stalemate. And if the bishop moves, then king into g7 pawn would be lost. So white first tries do something about the pawns. So he can play the move bishop a1 and try to block the pawn moves. Okay, but now comes a4, and we see that the problem is even worse now, because pawn moves are getting over. After the move kb4, a3, we see that king c4 leads to stalemate. So blocking the pawn moves with the bishop is of no use. What we note that the king needs to protect the g pawn, any of the g pawns, g7 or the g6 pawns, and mostly white will have to sacrifice one of the pawn, otherwise it's going to be stalemate. So in pawn races, what we do, we count the moves which are available. So what we see, black has one a1. Other than that, he has three moves with the pawn, a4, a3 and a2. So there are in all four moves with the pawns for black. And white wants to come to f6 or f5 within 4 or 5 moves. Since the first move is his, let's see whether he can make it to f5 in 5 moves. So we see that kb3 1, kc4 2, kd5 3, ke5 to f5 or ke6 to f5. So these are going to be 5 moves. But what is happening over there? The black pawn will be given up and black is going to get into stalemate. Let's calculate and see. kb3, a4 check, immediately forcing things. King c4, a3, king d5, a1 queen, bishop has to take the queen, and now comes a2. And now the problem is bishop on a1, king on d5, pawn on a2. So if we play ke6, it's just a stalemate. If we move the bishop, then a1 queen, bishop a1, again stalemate. White has to manage to come to the f5 square. But here he uses king e5. He gains a tempo here. He sacrifices the g7 pawn at the same time. So after king into g7, king f5 comes with a check, and right on time the white king manages to come to the f5 square. That is how white wins. Let's play the moves and start. kb3, a4 check, kc4, a3, kd5, a1 queens, bishop has to take on a1, a2, and black has been successful in creating the stalemate idea, but white gives him the move with the move ke5. Do note that ke6 is just a stalemate. ke5 sacrificing the pawn on g7 and forcing black to take. We call this as a semi-stalemate position, where there is just one move, otherwise it will be stalemate. So king takes g7 and king f5 check. Just the king manages on time on the 5th move. We had to give one move to the black king, because otherwise the move was less. One move was less just if we saw the pawn moves. So this is what we do in many king and pawn endgame calculations while doing the race of pawns. Now king will try to still manage, try to go into stalemate. After kg8, kf6, if king f8, then g7, kg8, bishop moves, a1, bishop a1, king has to move to x7 when kf7 and g8 queens. And if black plays the move king h8 here, then we get king f7 checkmate. This is what I felt, that the position involves some techniques which are very useful for calculations in king and pawn endgames. I hope you will find it useful. Do like, share and subscribe the channel. Thanks for your time.